Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Nothing in Life Can Give Us Happiness Until This One Thing is in Place. This one thing. What is this one thing that's in place? Well, I would assume enlightenment. I think that's what most people who follows Advaita Vedanta or a lot of Eastern philosophies. But he talks about things a little bit differently, a little bit more pragmatic. I think that might be the right word to use. That a lot of Westerners perhaps would understand as well, because he explains a lot of things. He explains, I do understand what he means. Obviously, whenever it talks in, I believe in Hindu, I don't I don't understand. Again, I don't know exactly what language he speaks, but again, I'm kind of curious as to what he will say. So let's go and get started.
How many of you would want to keep your mind and your mental health in place and be successful? Where anxiety, stress, loneliness, pressures don't get to you, right? कभी कभी रात में आता है तो वही चलता है माइंड में पूरा दिन भर का चलता है, जाता नहीं है अंदर से. How many of you want like peace, mental health? ऐसा वर्ड हो गया है वो भी. म्हणजे आमच्या वेळी मेंटल हेल्थ वगैरे म्हणजे वेडा आहे तू. Back in the day, if you're visiting a psychiatrist or mental health issue, people think, वेडा है क्या तू?
I disagree a little bit with that. I get what he's trying to say, though. But I think mental health has become more of an issue than it was back in the day. That the stuff that's back in the day is still happening today, but there are more mental health issues today than there were back in the day because, I believe, because life is a lot easier, and life has changed. Back in the day, we were all about survival and trying to make it, so we have a purpose. Now survival is really easy. Trying to find our way in life, our way in life in current times is oddly difficult. This is something that Sadhguru talks about, I'm happy and content doing nothing or just sitting here. People are not. They have, like, people in modern times need to be doing something to make themselves happy. They're not content because they believe they have to do something to make themselves happy. This is why you get a whole bunch of people who buys new things almost all the time, because when they buy a new phone or a new purse or new dress or clothing or car or house, it's good and happy for a little bit, then it goes away. This also goes back to what Sadhguru and Swami Sarvapriyananda has said about the scientists, about the three things that makes people happy. The shortest is buying themselves things. The next thing is having a job. And the thing that makes them the happiest the longest, or so short, is buying yourself things like food or items, materialistic things. It's the shortest happiness. Next longest happiness is a job, a purpose. Purpose being like, pay for my bills, not necessarily like a good purpose or not a really happy purpose, but a purpose nonetheless. The last one is serving other people. That makes you happy the longest. Now, Swami Sarvapriyananda will say there's a fourth one, which is Atman Brahman. Your true self, discovering your true self. That will make you indefinitely happy. I like to believe in contentment. But yes, it's really, I really went really off topic there, but you get the idea. So mental illness is something more of a modern phenomenon, I believe. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, like I said, there are mental illness that happens throughout the entirety of history, but this in particular is something to do with making life so easy that makes us, because we don't have a sense of purpose and happiness. That's the problem.
And that was wrong. Even then it was wrong. Never be shy to say that I have a problem with my mental health. Rather than struggling like this inside, it's better to be honest and speak up. Better to take professional help if required. मला कोरोना मध्ये तर काय झालं काय सांगू. One psychiatrist wrote outside his clinic. बोर्ड लगाया उसने लॉकडाउन में, कोरोना 2020 में. If you are talking to the wall, it's normal, don't come to us. पक गए एक दूसरे से बात करके, दीवार से बात कर रहा, नॉर्मल है, हमारे पास मत आना. When should you come to us? When the wall talks back. फिर सच में गड़बड़ है.
Again, real quick, sorry. But interestingly enough, a friend of mine some time ago said, There's nothing wrong with asking yourself questions. The only problem is when you start answering your own questions. The way he means it is the fact that when you ask yourself a question, then you legitimately answer it back, not as though you figured it out, but as though the person that asked the question didn't know the answer, but the person that knew the answer answered the question. Now the person that didn't know knows it, but that's all you. So you kind of have like a split personality there. Whereas opposed to you like, how do I solve this? And you start thinking of the solution. Whereas this one is like one didn't know and one did know, and you ask and the one that knew answered. Now both know, but both are you.
Oh my God. And how many of you feel that you want to also put your spiritual life in place and be successful? That when you chant, meditate, pray, you are focused. Right? When you want to read some of the spiritual books, kuch ghus raha hai andar. Right? You know what? We all want success. Whatever it is that we are doing. And the problem is people have made financial, academic and professional success as success. It is only a part of success. Imagine if you have the most money in the world and you have serious mental health issues. What are you going to do? Imagine we are teaching our children mathematics, geography, English, Hindi, environmental sciences, and if they can't deal with their mental health issues, what have we made them into? दोस्तों, सफलता केवल पैसा से नहीं आती. सफलते का मतलब होता है शांति, प्यार, प्रेम, संतोष, सुख. ये सब मिलके बनती है सफलता. और पैसा भी जरूरी है. कहाँ मना कर रहा हूं मैं?
There you go.
मना नहीं किया है. बोल रहा हूं वो एक पार्ट है सफलता का. Don't make one part of success as success, guys.
Nothing in life can give you us happiness until this one thing's in place. Your mental health, I suppose? Yeah, he did say the mental health. Okay, yeah, mental health, absolutely. I mean, strangely enough, you look at some of the rich peoples in the world. I don't know all over the world, but even just some of the rich people in America, celebrities and stuff, they sometimes have drug problems. It's really kind of sad. It's until they realize, until they have an epiphany, as they say, and then they make a change in their life. But some people don't get that, or some people don't get it in time, and then bad stuff has happened to them. I can think of 2 people, but I'm sure there's more. Again, money doesn't mean anything if you don't have your mental health, or you don't have happiness. Money helps, yes, absolutely. It does help. But it's not a guaranteed way of happiness. It makes you live comfortably, sure. It gives you temporarily happiness, but that comes and goes. Money is materialistic, so it's not going to give you true happiness. Maybe you start giving it away. It might give you more happiness. I mean, it's really weird to say that, but donation to charities and stuff, that I believe can make you happy. But again, it's not even necessarily having to do that. But again, making a lot of money, it'll help, but ultimately your mental health and your happiness really matters. To me, I was thinking this a little bit earlier when he was saying, what was it? Don't make success. Like your spiritual health, your mental health, like these wants and desires to me. Let me go back and see if I can remember what he said here.
सफलते का मतलब होता है शांति, प्यार, प्रेम. What are you going to do? Imagine we are teaching our children mathematics, professional success, whatever it is that we are doing. And the problem is people have made financial, academic and professional success as success. It is only a part of success. Imagine if you have the most money in the world and you have serious mental health issues. What are you going to do? Imagine we are teaching our children mathematics, sciences, and if they can't deal with their mental health issues, what have we made them into? दोस्तों, सफलता. Oh my God.
Okay, so anyways, what I was thinking during the time when I was talking about a whole bunch of different kinds of success is you want to be successful. You want to be successful. You want to be successful in love. You want to be successful in life. You want to be successful in finance, your financial situation, so a job. You want to be spiritually well off. Want, desires. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should to me, there's nothing wrong with desires as long as you understand and you don't let that affect you in a negative way. To me, let me know if I'm wrong on this one. I don't desire that. I don't desire success. It's really weird to say. Don't get me wrong, I want success, but I don't desire it. I guess maybe that's the kind of the thing I want to make clear is sometimes people's wants becomes desires, and that's when it becomes problematic. Understanding that something is a want but not needed becomes, I think, clarity a bit. You want it, but you don't have to have it. You have no desire for it, but you do want it. There's a fine line between desire and want. I think desire can drive people kind of crazy sometimes, but it's a desire being a very strong feeling towards something. I could be using the terminology wrong, but I hope you understand the idea. Wanting things, but not letting it ruin your life is important. Desiring things is what will ruin your life. So, wanting a good education, wanting to be successful, mind you, not desiring it. Because when you want something and you never have it, well, you never desired it, but it was nice to have it if you wanted it. I think that is a pretty good message. Let me know if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong about that one, I do distinguish between wants and desires, so do mine on that one. But I think that's what I was thinking at the time when he was saying you want success, you want this. Because when you start thinking of want and you fail at it and then you're hurt by it, I think it's more of a desire than a want. Because if it hurts you, it affects you in a negative manner. If you don't achieve it or get it, then perhaps that's a desire more than just a want. Because I could want something, but it could never affect me in a negative manner. I could want great millions of dollars, but if I'm happy whether I get it or not, then I think that's a good thing. That means it does not affect me in a negative manner. It's not a desire. So I want to make that clear distinction there. And let me know if you think I'm completely wrong. Please let me know in the comments below, because I am very much open to if I am wrong, I'm wrong. But I do try to read the comments. Not very good at it, as in like I've been quite busy. And the emails that I get from the comments, I do get to read those because as I'm going through, I can see them. But I try to read comments. I may not reply back, but I do try to read them, and I try to incorporate some of the comments. Okay, I'll just say it that way. Anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.